But today, so what do we do here on Traderverse Community Update Thursdays? What we do is we give an update on what's going on in the Traderverse world. But right now it's before launch, and there's a lot of things that are up and coming. So, last week we kind of went over just a whole rundown of all the features, all the 6 different parts of Traderverse and how they work together. This week, I think we're going to go over a little bit differently. We're still going to go over what's to come with Traderverse, but I want to kind of give a little story of what it might be like if Traderverse were out right now. Okay, we've seen the market. If you've watched the stock markets over the last week or 2 or 3, you've seen them go down. You've seen them rebound quite a bit. It's been, quite a wild ride. Crypto, I could say the same thing going over into the summer even, is it's been a wild ride. So if that were the case, if Traderverse were out right then, or let me ask you this, Zach, if Traderverse were out right now and the markets were, rebounding, at least the stock market's rebounding well from kind of a dip down, what might I be able to do with that? If I was a new, young, inexperienced trader and I stumbled onto Traderverse, what might I be able to see from content creators? What might I be able to see from the information that can be gathered from Traderverse?
Well, one thing for sure is you would have saw the PR that we put out today.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, so just like today, we got picked up by Yahoo Finance, Benzinga, Seeking Alpha. Morningstar, I believe, picked us up too. So that would be one of the first things that you would see is actually real-time news. So whether it be crypto or be stock market related, we have an aggregator that will bring all of that content into one place. So that would be like the first place, or the first thing you would see when you logged in. When it comes
so
to...
you're talking about, just to interrupt you real quick, you're saying that we had some Traderverse PR that came out, so some a press release that came out, but what you're saying is I could see news from anywhere across the net, not necessarily OTC, just Traderverse related.
Yeah, OTC market, the stock market, and news from the crypto world would all be on your activity feed.
So almost like, if I were to say, my father, and waking up every morning and reading the newspaper, right? Find out what happened over the last 24 hours. And with this, it might be kind of part of your morning routine, right? Of what happened overnight, especially in crypto, that's 24 hours. What do I need to be prepared for during the day as far as trading is concerned? You're saying it might kind of give me a quick catch up of what's going on immediately right now.
So it would be like logging into Twitter and seeing what all the big accounts are tweeting about.
Gotcha. I like that. I like that a lot because Twitter can get a little crowded sometimes to read about.
And off topic as well.
Yeah, correct. Sometimes I'm reading, what sandwich you ate that day, which I'm interested in. Don't stop giving me.
I'm a big fan. I had a great Beck today, bacon, egg, and cheese bagel on today. It was really good. New York's bagels
from New York. Yeah,
it's from Zucker's. So good. So I would be reading those articles too. But if you want to talk about just trading and just the information regarding, company PRs or, blog posts, which would get into our cloud docs, like what creator that you follow is posting new content, watch lists, videos with streams, all in your activity feed, or all from the people that you follow on different social media platforms. Just a place where all that content can live in one easy to find place.
So, yeah. And, you talked about Twitter. All that content as far as just, people's quick little quips. And like you said, it's a little diluted with our non-stock, non-trading type things. But that's all in one place too on Twitter. But on Traderverse, I can access some other things without leaving that tab, if you will. Correct? I can still see more than just a news feed.
Correct. And that was like kind of the whole purpose when we first started this project was we want a place where you don't have to have 20 browser tabs open. You just have one.
Man, I should do a live counting of browser tabs. See, here's my problem with browser tabs.
I have 9 right now.
Oh, I could beat you on any day on browser tabs. Okay, bro. Um, I have a ultra wide monitor. Okay, so it's one of these ridiculously, it's about worth 3 monitors in one. And I have multiple windows, but I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I have 31 tabs on on one window.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I really push the RAM on my
Yeah, man.
computer.
Well, I
So
have 2 windows open, and so I have 14 in total. So I got about half of the power right now.
right. Well, point is, I might be able to cut down on some of these tabs, right? If I have Traderverse, because I'll be able to have a lot of these different things kind of all in one spot, right?
Correct. And then also to go one further, like you will be able to like save some of the stuff to like, read later and have it where you can have your running notes of, say you really want to buy Tesla, let's just use Tesla for an example, and you're just not sure if it's the right time to buy. So you catalog different things or, PRs or news articles to save for later so you can have that running notes of like, this is why I want to buy this. Oh yeah, that this event's coming up. So lots of really cool, like a calendar setting. We want to do that where you can put in different events and that are coming up, like whether it be a conference or earnings call, just to keep you well informed so you don't forget.
What I never asked of you in any of these community updates is mobile. I have no doubt I'll be able to do this on a desktop, but will this be mobile as well, where I can easily get everything from my phone?
Yep. So eventually, we're definitely prioritizing the web app portion first, but we're going to be developing both at the same time with a mobile app coming out after the web app.
Okay, so the web app will come and I'll be able to access it from my mobile browser, but you're wanting a full-fledged, Traderverse app in the App Store. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct.
Okay. Well, and one of the reasons why I think that's good is sometimes when I'm at my desktop, what made me think of it is what you said of maybe you want to save something for later. And sometimes my later is not in front of my computer. It's somewhere else where I'm, I have to be doing something, but I can look through my phone or something like that. And if I could save it while I'm in front of my desktop and read it later while I'm on my phone, well, that could be really useful.
Yeah, absolutely. Having both is super, super useful. Like a lot of people are on the go, especially now. I mean, we may or may not have, been inside for about 2 years with this whole COVID thing and got used to using a desktop for trading. But now more and more people are on the go. They have jobs, they have friends, they have families. And to be able to access this information on your phone is way more convenient.
Interesting. Okay. So also, with the kind of the narrative is, let's say I wake up one morning and I'm reading the news, and much like happened this week, I see the OTC markets are really crashing. And I'm wondering, like, is this a time to get in, or is this a time to, is this a time to buy the dip, or might it dip further? What type of content might I be able to consume to help me do my research there? Is it just the news articles that are out, or might I be able to read things from, content creators, other Traderverse users?
Yeah, absolutely. You can get both, and then also a part of our IP, of Tradion, there will be sentiment built in where you'll kind of understand what the social sentiment and of a security or crypto is. So you'll be able to see, hey, is there a lot of eyes on this right now? Is it exciting right now? Like, and that could really forecast if something is really going to run, because the social volume really does equal retail volume, from what I've seen.
You talk about the sentiment in Tradion, and first of all, I'm very interested in that because I think machine assisted learning is something that the big boys have always had and I have never had before. So I'm really excited about that. But how will it read out? Is it just going to give me some highlights, or how will it read out in aggregate? If there's 1,000 people saying OTC market sucks, or whatever particular OTC stock sucks, is it going to have like a speedometer, a thermometer, some sort of gauge? How will it give me that aggregate look? And I guess I'm asking about UI here that you may not have an answer to.
Well, I may or may not have an answer to it, but I may or may not be able to say anything about it. But yeah, there will be a score. There will be a score, yes. What it will look like in the UI way, like whether it be a gauge or a thermometer.
Okay, so there will be a
Um,
score, and
yeah,
regardless
yeah,
of
there'll
how
be
the
a metric.
UI.
There'll be a metric. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's what I was asking, because there's two ways you could do it. You could have some number, 0 to 100 number, or 0 to 1,000 number, whatever you wanted to, or you could just highlight some. These are some highlights of what people are saying. And I, being more of a numbers guy, probably appreciate the number, and it can go into a speedometer, a thermometer. It really doesn't matter at that point, as long as there's a number that I can look at and it's consistent. Now, tell me this, and I think I'll know the answer. Will the metrics that it's looking at to come up with that number, will they be proprietary and published? Will I be able to know how you're coming up with that number, or will it be more, secret sauce?
Be sure to listen in to all of our weekly shows and follow us on Twitter for updates.